Hi YouTube, I'm back again, and that's because in this video I'm actually going to cover something quite interesting. It's partially related to magic, or it may not be. The thing is this, some people have been asking me, is it good to actually have a magic rabbit with you? So for this, I'm going to actually just shift the camera down, let's see, to my rabbit. Alright, you can see this is Fluffy, my white rabbit, and it's really cute. Look at it. Oops. Fluffy, lie down. There you go. The feet is a little dirty. I just gave it a bath so you can see it's slightly fluffy. Yeah. So the question is this: should one get a rabbit, especially if he's a magician? First of all, let me just answer this to you. Taking care of a rabbit is not easy, so you have to actually know how to take care of them. They can be really, quite a handful, especially if you have more than one rabbit. And the thing is that you have to consider more than just your art, meaning that you cannot just say, oh, I'm a magician, should I get a rabbit? If you're getting a rabbit for magic, I'd say bad choice, okay, because it's not easy to take care of a rabbit. But if you're taking care of a rabbit because you really love animals, like for me, almost any animal I hold in my hands can actually sleep. Dogs, cats, hamsters, and even tortoise. Yeah, it's always sleeping when it's in my hand. Not sleeping, but it's always in the shell. So the thing is that I've got this closeness with animals. I love animals, and therefore it's okay if I take care of the rabbits. What you see here, Fluffy lying down and enjoying itself, even if I put it upwards, it doesn't run away or doesn't try to escape. The reason why is because I handle these rabbits a lot. So the first thing is that you have to have a lot of time to take care of the rabbit. Okay. So the first consideration, of course, is that you must enjoy animals. You must enjoy the presence of animals, love them, and be really up for a lot of patience, because sometimes they may even bite you or attack you. They may do anything that is unpleasant, like biting your wires, books, or messing your things up, shitting everywhere on your floor. So these are some things that you have to take care of. And then the second consideration would be the amount of time that you can spend with your rabbit or your animal. Right, and I spend about half an hour or more per day with my rabbit, and that's why they are very tame. They just let me touch them. Of course, sometimes they try to run away, especially if they are eating, and I just suddenly grab them out of the cage. And that's the second thing you need to take care of. The third thing is your finance. It's very important, especially if you're not working, you're not getting a source of finance, to know that rabbits are quite expensive. For that matter, today I spent about $80. Yeah, I think no, $70, including hay, the food, and an extra bottle. You still have to consider things like the cage, which may cost about $100+, and the litter box and litter. So these are the many considerations that you have to take care of before you think of getting a rabbit. So it's best to just write down and note down how much you need at the start, and constantly the food, how much it depletes and how much it costs. The rabbit food itself costs about $21 or maybe $22. Some places sell more expensive. And after that, you also have to think of how you're going to get rid of the smell. So the fourth thing is the smell. Undoubtedly, rabbits, like all other animals, they pee, and unlike us, they cannot flush some form of toilet bowl. So they're going to pee in this litter box, which they have this, I use pine. There are some people who use paper also, which can absorb. Anyway, when I say paper, it's not your own home cut paper. It's some kind of processed paper that is able to deplete the smell from these rabbits. Okay, let me just help Fluffy up. Let Fluffy stand on me. Yeah, hopefully he'll get a little bit more movement around. Yeah, so the thing is that you have to consider such things, and the paper can actually, this processed paper can actually absorb the smell, so the rabbits will not smell as much. And after which, even after that, after a few days, it will tend to smell. So I'm saying something like you have to clean the cage and the litter box maybe every 2 to 3 days if you really want a healthy, clean rabbit. Alright, so these are some things that you need to consider before you just jump in and say, oh, I need a rabbit for my performance, or a rabbit will really help in my performance. Yeah. As for training a rabbit, it's possible. My rabbits can stand at my command, can come at my command, and can jump up onto, let's say, a stool or so at my command. It can turn round at my command. I'm still training how to do round, but it takes quite a bit of time every day and a little bit of consistency, especially within the first 2 weeks. You're like, is it really responding to the command, or is it just doing it for the food? Yeah, but after some time, you realize, oh, this little cute rabbit, I don't know why, I think it's tired. You realize that they just do it, even with or without food. They tend to respond, especially if you say come, and then they just come. And I've tried not talking to them for a few days, just feeding them, because I've been busy sometimes. And even after that, when I go back and I speak to them, call them by the name, like example, I call Fluffy, I've got 2 rabbits, say Fluffy also, they tend to respond, they tend to run towards me, they tend to come and lap me. That's a rare thing, so don't expect too much of that. So you can see how cute Fluffy is. Yeah, Fluffy is the male rabbit, and it's really active. I don't neuter my rabbits, although it's really recommended that you neuter rabbits. In case some of you may be wondering what's neuter, rabbits are able to give birth to about 6 other rabbits every month. So you're talking about like 1 year, so there would be 72 rabbits, alright? And imagine if 2 rabbits cost $70 every 2 months, then 72 rabbits would probably just cost your house or even your room. Alright, so that's the cost of taking care of a rabbit. I don't know why Fluffy is so comfortable today. Usually it's more active running about. So the thing is, apart from this food and the cost, more importantly is, like I said, you must enjoy taking care of rabbits. Alright, another thing that you want to take care of is a rabbit's puberty. So we're going to talk about that. Alright, a rabbit's puberty. So here comes Fluffy. Let's get up and close. Here. Yeah, you see that? Stand Fluffy. Alright, good. So puberty comes around 6 months of a rabbit's life. This is a dwarf rabbit, so it doesn't really grow big, it's really small. And alright, for the male rabbits, for a female it's not that bad, but for puberty during the male rabbit's time, it's quite hard to take care of. Alright, they tend to do this thing what we call marking of territory. So it's like they will spray their pee everywhere. And when I say everywhere, it's like 1.5 meters to 2 meters away from your cage. So how it happened and how I realized that, I've read it on books, but I didn't expect it to be so far or so much. And one morning I woke up and I could see pee all around. And they don't spray it in a vertical or just horizontal. They kind of spray it everywhere, every direction. So you're looking at a circumference around the cage, which is totally filled with pee. Right, and the pee smells weird. It's not like the normal pee. I think they have a different kind of pee for that. So that's what the male rabbits will do. We call it spraying because they spray about 1.5 meters to 2 meters away. And your whole room around the circumference of the cage will be filled with pee. And it smells really bad. It's like rotten food or something like that. I don't know how to describe it. It's really just bad. Right? So that's what the males will do. If you're having a male and a female in the same cage, it's just as bad. The male will actually keep going to the female and start to disturb the female in all the ways that you can figure. That you can name off, and it'll be really noisy. And they're actually nocturnal animals, so it's only at night when you start to hear all the banging sounds in the cage. As in, seriously, it's like something. Okay, basically take a book and smack on the table, pump, and that's the kind of sound you hear throughout the night. Alright, so that's what you get during the puberty period of the male rabbits. Alright, so let's talk about the female rabbits during puberty time. Alright, so what really happens during the puberty time of the female rabbits? And you can see my rabbit is in the diapers. No, these diapers is not what you're supposed to do. I just did it for fun because I'm drying the rabbits from the bath. Alright, okay, this is Termy, and Termy is the female rabbit. Alright, this is a lionhead rabbit, so you'll notice that it's really furry, and that is what distinguishes lionhead rabbits from other rabbits. This is Termy was my first rabbit. Well, So like we were saying, for puberty period, what happens to the females, right? The males spray, and it's really bad smelling. They also disturb the females. They also kick the shit everywhere around, so you are having a circumference with pee and shit. All of the females, alright? The females on the other hand get very aggressive. Okay? They can, it's just like, okay, just imagine this. So every day you're taking care of the rabbit, you're feeding the rabbit, and suddenly one day when you put your hand in to pet the rabbit, this female rabbit or your female rabbit lunges forward and bite your fingers, hurting you, and then you start bleeding and you cry and you wonder, why on earth did your rabbit bite you? Did you do something wrong? Well, it is quite common for female rabbits to actually react in such a way, so you have to be very careful of it. Don't just think that it's good to just get a female rabbit. Nevertheless, if you take care of your rabbits, if you spend a lot of time with them like me, like how I do it, you can see my rabbit enjoys massages, and it's really cool, kind of close with me. Alright, so I hope I have helped you to understand whether you should get a rabbit. In general, like I said, please consider all the factors: your finance, family support, yourself, whether you really love rabbits or you're just getting it for magic performances. And more than that, if you do get a rabbit, I would advise you to get one from SPCA first. There is a difference with the rabbits at SPCA compared to those outside, and in general, if you get your rabbits from SPCA, they have already been checked whether there are any illnesses or so, whereas those which you get outside may actually be sick no matter how nice they put it. Alright, and yeah, so do consider the points, and if you do get a rabbit, please take care of them, because they tend to really play with you and have lots of fun, like hide and seek or so. Another thing I love to do with the rabbit is when I'm cold in the aircon room, I just take my rabbit and put it on my neck, and they are really good at removing that amount of coldness. Yeah, if you can see, actually, as I pet the rabbit, you may see fur that is coming out. So these are things you need to take care of. Your room may be filled with fur. You have to sweep the room, mop the room a lot. Another thing that, yes, I missed this out, so I'm going to say it here, is family support. Alright, if you're the only one who's trying to take care of a rabbit, it's going to be very tough. Alright, so I hope I've really helped many of you to understand whether getting a rabbit is a good thing. And for the next few moments, I'm just going to play with them, or rather carry them around and show them on the camera. Close up. Let's see whether I can zoom that in. Close up. Say hi. That's Tommy getting a little shy, so let me just pull Fluffy out. and Termi, presenting you the two rabbits, and here's the little cuddly rabbits, wishing you a happy day and a happy new year. It's the new year, alright, and last year was a year of rabbits, right? So now it's no more, but they're still gonna be very cared for. Alright, so here's wishing you a really nice new year, and enjoy your new year and have fun, and do subscribe and look at my other videos. I'm just afraid that he falls down. Have a good new year, 2012, yeah? Bunny, it's time to come down. Fluffy, come. Fluffy. Shh. Fluffy. Fluffy, come. Fluffy, shh. Come on, come down. Oh, come on. Come, come.